watched so many documentaries, or even like the sex trade where it goes from the ones from Africa that go all the way over into England, or the ones from Africa that go into Dubai and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be women lying to them like, yeah, you gonna come be a maid, we're gonna clean houses,
That's a
blah, blah,
recruiter,
blah.
not a madam.
And then it's a trick bag, and now you really out here selling cooch, and you got to pay her back, okay? And then she's giving that money to some big dude over here, and yes, she's still. I'm not. Everyone has to be accountable for what they choose to do. That lady's not absolved, and lock her up and throw away the key too, right? Because you still had the choice, and you chose to objectify other women. Now, the accountability for the girl that got objectified does not look the same as the accountability for the madam. So I feel like we just can't I don't want these conversations about that kind of stuff, or about the sex trade, or about prostitution, to just always be these flippant, Playboy-esque kind of conversations, when I don't believe that to be the actual real raw reality of it more than half the time. Yes, there is a subset of that where it is Lily Daisy, and it is just a bunch of girls, in their air-conditioned high rises recording coochie shots for OnlyFans, but that's not the brunt of what's going on. And if we actually talk about stuff like the Cassie and Diddy situation, I think it's a lot more common. There are other Cassies out there that have other stories from other artists, where even the freaking, that shit didn't get no traction, but the Brent Faiyaz shit, that weird girl, she was on Blue Girls Club. So Blueface, I told you Blueface had that like Bad Girls Club rendition thing. Yeah. She was from there, but she had dropped like screenshots or whatever where she was fucking Brent, or he was bringing her to the house, and then he was like telling her to fuck all the dudes in the house and stuff. And like just the way he was talking to her in the messages, it was like she wasn't a person. Like he was like literally talking to her like a literal sex doll. And she's now coming out with the story. And while she sat through all of that and she took all of that at that time, if you even listen to the girl now, Hotep, these girls be slow a little bit, bro. The girls sound slow. The girls sound like she just.
So what are we talking about with Brent? So why we got to talk about Brent?
These are not uncommon stories. Men are taking advantage. And then I got to keep sitting up here and hearing about women are hoes and women are this, when men are doing these horrific things.
Let's have an adult conversation before the
real. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So I 100% know that when it comes down to the underworld, that's where you're going to see all of the preying. There is a biological power dynamic. That's the reason why all of our strength is up here on the shoulders, and women's strength are in the hips. So when you add the added effects of, let's just be honest, low room temperature IQ, poverty, all of these different things, it's very easy. I mean, the Whispers made a whole song about this. Olivia, this dude came and was able to, he got the silver tongue, and which, I mean, how silver does your tongue need to be to G up a girl with an 80 IQ in the middle of the ghetto? If you guys listen to the audiobook of Iceberg Slim, very impactful audiobook, he's breaking down how to be a proficient pimp. And he, while he may accept a girl who's like bucking against the system as like a challenge, most pimps want a girl who is go along to get along. That's what you're looking for. Breaking them is a part of the pimping. What I'm also saying here, though, is that this also happens, and this is where the Hotep black male part comes in. Little boys go through this in these same neighborhoods, to where they're being coerced or G'd up by older women. I can tell you from experience. You feel me? So that's the reason why, yes, did those older women exploit me for money? No, but they did exploit me for their own gratitude. At the crux of it is mental health issues, not race, not gender, not religious, not none of that. It's really the mental capacity of said person. So in this capacity, where all of this is actually happening, we're dealing with poverty, and we're dealing with low impulse control, and we're dealing with low IQ. And I think that's the bigger issue. While I will always understand like I said, the gender power dynamics, the biological power dynamics that exist. But I do think that the bigger issue is the poverty. I do think the bigger issue is the culture. I do think like that those are going to be the breeding grounds for all of that type of activity. Rashad, what do you have to say from the immature corner?
Listen, man, I ain't gonna hold you. The way that Kenya brought up Brent Faiyaz, the nastiest thing.
She
ever.
misreported it. Let me know,
And-
Shad. She lying.
And I love Brent. I love Brent.
Disgusting.
When I tell you
The-
that
the
shit
truth of the
hurts me.
matter
No, Kenya, no. You can't love him after you just told me what he said.
Like,
Damn, I mean, I did.
Brent Faiyaz.
God
is
damn, Kenya,
an-
come on, man.
He's an artist, upper echelon popularity. The truth of the matter is, joints gonna do whatever, whenever, however, for people who they see in position. So that's just where it's at. And so to try to make it seem like it's like a Brent Faiyaz thing, he doesn't like you. And so just like in the space in which I played, Buddy driving in the
crazy,
car and he was talking to old girl, like, what do you expect? You go to Brent Faiyaz's spot after hours and he's Brent and you are you. You heard Kanye, it's 1,000 yous, it's only one of me. What do you expect? Am I crazy?
Even Eliza Jane had a story about when she got invited to the studio, her and her friends, I think Kanye.
Congratulations.
Nobody did anything. I guess he just wanted a bunch of naked women. I don't know.
You thought you was gonna get on a song?
Now, all right, Kenya. All right, see, Kenya, me and you always gonna rock on objective wrongs. But come on, son. Like somebody, there is a sign-up sheet. There is a sign-up sheet. Come on, Kenya. There's a sign-up sheet.
There is a sign-up sheet. I'm just saying that it's a trickle-down effect to where you guys think that only the girls that are happy to be here and do this, they're the only ones there, and that's just typically not what's going on. Now, I'm not negating that doesn't happen. Of course that happens, and I don't think that takes away from my point. I'm just talking about, like, culturally speaking, that type of stuff is bad. Like, I remember having a conversation with like my teacher, and we were talking about like pimp culture for Black people, and he was like, like just saying how.
Wait, what class was this?
He was my English teacher.
Y'all talking about pimps in the Black culture in English?
Yes,
he was one of the ones you talking about. He was trying to get you.
Meet with me after class, and we'll talk further about it.
He was trying to get you. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm young. I don't know.
Yeah, he's the power dynamic. He's the professor. I'm young. He's talking to me about pimping.
You was almost out of here, Kenya.
And I remember it dawned on me that basically he was like presenting it as, it was like a larger conversation we were having, because we were just talking about like Black people's acceptance of our degeneracy and how
At 15?
I was 17, but yes. Yeah. About how because it was literally, it was an article or something he wanted me to read, because there was a Black person that had wrote about it, but about why we do that, why we make the worst our best in a sense, or why we work from like the bottom up in a sense with our people, and him basically talking about how detrimental that is and how it's not helpful to the community. He was just like, I don't think you guys should do that. And then we also started talking about
wait a minute, you guys.
Yeah, he wasn't Black. He's white.
No.
Kenya, did he have a minivan with no windows on it?
Was he actually a teacher? Did you see him every day, or was it just this one random day that he was a substitute? Because
you was next.
Nah, he didn't work there. Rashad, I'm back on your side, brother. He didn't work there.
She crazy every time. She crazy.
She almost had me, Rashad. She almost had me. She pulled at my heartstrings. She pulled at my brain strings.
Why are you letting this white man chat you up like this?
This is, first of all, I was really big into creative writing. I wanted to be a journalist. He literally started. If she would
have said I was really big into white men, I'm ending the stream right now.
No,
I'm leaving.
He started a journalism. He like started the journalism club for me, like after school, and like made it a thing because I wanted to do it.
All right, Kenya, can we stop here? Can you hear what you're saying to us?
But you guys don't see how that's problematic, that anytime anything that's good or productive for us, because it comes out of a white mouth, look at how y'all act like that shit was kryptonite.
No, it wasn't because of that. That man like you.